So, it is June 1st right now. Welcome to the new year. We got a freaking huge Christmas present from Santa Claus. And that would be our 6.2 acre lot here. Completely raw land. No water, no electric, no sewage, nothing. But we do have phone service, which is great. There's a lot of big plans to be made here. We got a lot of work to do. We're gonna go ahead and start clearing out some land today. But what we're standing in right here is, this is an old goat pen that kind of was already on the land when we got here. So we got this here, and then there's also a trail that goes all the way through the property that was kind of already here. It goes up to the road there. It's super muddy. These dogs have been... What you been doing, Cooper? Old man here can't get around very well, so we're gonna keep him in the goat pen. He's our first goat. Welcome home, buddy. And then this freaking crackhead. It's a lot of fun. We're gonna have a great time. You excited for this? We have a lot of work to do. McKenna's got her muck boots on. We bought some overalls, some boots. It is way too freaking hot today to wear any kind of boots, or not boots, any kind of overalls. So we ain't gonna be doing that. Let's go up here to where our projected house is gonna be, and we'll kind of look at, see what kind of work we're kind of starting already, and we'll talk about some plans. And later on, we'll kind of talk about, you know, the process of buying this piece of land and what it took to. It was a lot. So we'll kind of go over it. People that have any questions, and we'll see y'all in a little bit. So we started some clearing process. I started a couple days ago, but this is the proposed driveway. So come up through here, and the house will be located on the top of this ridge here. Just came through, knocked some of the trees down, got some brush moved out of here. We'll go up to the top and kind of look down. You can kind of see the orange trees back there. That is kind of the path we're taking for the driveway. Up to the top, chainsaw. This is looking down to the trail. Getting it done. Getting it done.
It got cold.
Did, it got cold. So we got the goat pen cleared out today. There's a lot of briars in here, so we cleared that out so Cooper could have, you know, his little space without getting all pricklies on his toes. So we got that cleared out. What you think, Coop? What you think?
He likes it.
You like it. What you think you didn't be doing? Back today for day 2 at the farm. McKenna's taking the little goat pen stuff down right now. Eden's just hanging out, and I'm about to cut down some more trees. So let's go see what I'm getting into. I'm down here at the driveway again. I'm about to take down one of the biggest trees I've taken down so far here on the driveway. It's this big sucker that's sitting right here in the middle. We are gonna have a little trouble dropping it. The problem is it slopes down on the left side here, and when I've been cutting the smaller trees, it's they've kind of been falling on these trees over here. So what I'm gonna do is kind of ratchet strap the big tree to a tree down there, and kind of hopefully it'll fall right down this cleared path. So I'm gonna put some bar and chain oil in the saw, and we'll go ahead and get the ratchet strap on there. and see what happens. So over the past couple days, I think we've gotten a lot cleared out from over here. We've really started to really dig into this driveway that's up here. I can kind of show you guys how much I've already kind of cleared out, but I think we're about halfway there. So like I said, you know, the trail kind of comes up this way, and this road will be gravelled eventually, and then this will be the driveway to our house. So I'll walk up here and show you guys once again how much we cleared today. It's a good bit. I keep tripping on these damn vines. I was carrying logs earlier and went face first almost into one of these stumps. So you can see we kind of got a good bit cleared out. It's gonna kind of come around here. It's gonna bend around these trees. And if you see that green bush back there, it's going to go to the left of the green bush. And then the house will be located back there. This is what it looks like from the top. You see McKenna down there. McKenna, wave for me. Come on, Eden. Eden. And here comes Crackhead. Woo-wee. Hi, baby. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of go through and collect some dry firewood for tonight. We're going to have a little fire, and can't really use any of this fresh cut wood because it's still too wet and it's not going to burn well. So we'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. Pretty good day's work. What do you think?
Yes, sir.
So the people are probably wanting to know. The people as in no one. What did it take to buy this land?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
You know the number.
Well, I know that. So we started with our Zillow, our Zillow realtor. She kind of took us out here, showed us the land. And
I don't know why you tell everyone it was Zillow. It was on Redfin.
Oh, it was?
First of all.
Oh, well.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she was a Zillow realtor.
Oh. I've never even heard of Redfin.
Well.
But it was on Redfin.
Well, she.
And I know the property was listed for $125.
Yep. So I remember the first time we were out here, and the first time I just felt like a complete idiot. I realized that the first time that we were just dumb and didn't know anything is when she was like, so does it have a perk test on it? And we didn't know what a perk test was.
Yeah.
So we didn't know what a perk test was. We didn't know what anything was at the beginning. So before you buy a piece of property, especially raw land, that has nothing done to it, and like our land has no regulations whatsoever. So we can pretty much do whatever we want to on the land. We can build whatever we want. We can put whatever we want on the land. We can have animals. We can do, whatever we want to do. But the thing is, when we bought this land, it didn't have a perk test. So what a perk test is, perk stands for percolation. And it's pretty much a fancy word about how your septic tank percolates through the soil. And you can look up percolates. I'm not going to describe what it is because I don't know the exact definition of percolation. But that's one of the first things that you look for when you buy land is does it have a percolation test? And the reason being is because DHEC is very, very behind on percolation tests. And when you buy land, you're going to need a percolation test to actually buy it. It's in your contract. You can sign a waiver saying...
Well, you don't have like legally have to have a perk test to buy the land, but you need to make sure your realtor is looking out for you.
Yes.
And making sure that you have a perk test done. We only knew about it and had one done because our realtor knew that we were planning on using the land to actually build on. You can go out there and just purchase land untouched without a perk test, and you can be screwed in the end if you don't have a good realtor that even knows what that is or how to get it for you. But yes, our realtor built it into our contract that pending the perk test came back okay, then we would still be purchasing the land. If it didn't, we'd move on because it's useless to us.
So this property did not have a perk test. So what we had to do, so DHEC, you're supposed to get your perk test through DHEC usually, but DHEC is about 6 months behind on the percolation test, and we were trying to close by the end of the year.
And at the end of the day, DHEC has to approve your septic system.
They do, yep.
Whether you go private or not. So DHEC has to at least come out and do their own perk test.
Yeah. So we got a private guy to come out because we were 6 months out DHEC. So if we went the DHEC route, we would have had to wait, 6 months for them to even come out.
And the owner couldn't wait 6 months.
Right. So they wanted to close by the first of the year.
We were going to lose it.
So we got the private guy, and it's pretty pricey to get a private guy out of here. But, you got to do what you got to do if you want the land. You want to make sure you can build on it. So we got him out here, but you still have to put in an application to DHEC for your septic system. So after you get the private guy, he will write out a plan for your septic system. You need to know where you're putting your house. If you don't know where you're putting your house, it's no good because
you don't have to have it exact.
You have to know pretty much where, because they're going to drill 3 holes where that septic system is going to be. So you need to know pretty much where it's at, because if they drill holes there and you decide you want to move your house somewhere else, then it's not going to matter. You're going to have to do another perk test. And I don't even know the guy that we got out here, I don't even think it's called a percolation test. He was more of a soil classifier.
He did a perk test. He just also classified the soil. That's part of the perk test.
I guess.
He did a perk test.
Okay. He did a perk test. But
and it was extremely pricey. The application to come and do it is either $50 or $150. And to do it private cost us $2,200. So that was a huge slap in the face and a big setback.
It was.
We had to get it done. We didn't have a choice.
And if you're buying raw land, it's going to be needed done. So if you're building on it, it's going to need done. Just do it. So put that in your bill. Put it in your price.
Or if you are planning on buying land, you need to at least set out 6 months to a year to even think about building on it.
So the next thing that you need to think about, this is the second thing you think about, and your realtor kind of helps you with it if you have a good realtor. I'm sure there's bad realtors out there, but we did have a good one.
We're supposed to shout out ours.
Celia Murphy, Gary and Celia Murphy, they're really good. Their son also does realtor stuff, but I don't know his name. They do stuff around South Carolina. So anywhere in South Carolina,
And the first realtor I was talking about that came out here and didn't know anything, that was not Celia. That was a different person.
That was a different person.
Just to clarify.
But Celia is a family friend of ours, so she did a really good job. So the second thing that you need to think about is where you're getting your water from. So where we live, we don't have a city water or anything like that, so we have to build a well. We have to dig a well. And the thing with the well is they're going to come out, they're going to see where a good spot is, and they're going to dig. They're going to dig far, far, far down into the earth. And where we live, it's very rocky, so we have a lot of bedrock. So they're going to drill down to that bedrock until they get a good amount of water volume per, I don't know, I think it's gallons per minute or something, how much pressure and stuff.
And it's going to depend a lot on, obviously, how big of a household you have, how many bathrooms, or if you're using it for agriculture,
Right.
like we are, to give water to the animals.
You'll need more water, more pressure.
Like we are planning on building a small home, a tiny home, a 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 1 small kitchen, but we are planning on raising livestock and
Right.
agriculture here. So we are going to need a pretty hefty well to store all that water.
Exactly. So we'll need a little bit more water than the normal person, just because of
probably as much as like a
probably
normal sized house, though.
A traditional house. Yeah.
Like a 3 or 4 bedroom.
Right.
Like a normal family, I would think.
Right.
I don't know.
So what we did, we didn't have someone come drill a well. What we did is we kind of signed a paper saying that we're okay with not getting someone to come out here. That was kind of a risk that we took, is saying that we don't want anybody to come out here. We're just trusting that we're going to be able to get well water. Basically, that's all we know about the land situation, like getting water and septic and stuff. So what we've done is we got that private guy. We got the electric is kind of easy. They're going to come out here and they're going to...
We have a box right there. So, I mean...
They'll come dig the line and get it.
But you need to have access somewhere. Luckily,
Babe, everybody has electric. It's 2022.
Yeah, but you have to look where your electric is, because if it's... I mean, luckily, it's right across our driveway.
Yeah.
If you're, like, buying land where no one else is, they might have to get a whole electric box.
Yeah, and it's just price. It's going to be pricier, but electric, you can get electric anywhere.
I know you can get it anywhere. I'm just saying, when you go out to get land, you need to think about your water, electric, and septic.
Right. Kind of want to talk about other financial aspects that go into closing costs that people don't think about. And we went, other than your down payment, there's so many other fees. There you go. There's so many other fees that you need to think about. So one of the things that they do kind of right away is something called escrow. Escrow is a fee that you kind of agree upon with the seller. So the buyer and the seller kind of agree on a price. So our price was $500. We agreed $500 to put down. And what escrow is that $500. If we decided we wanted to back out,
basically, in our reason, only because of the perk test.
Right.
Like, that was our only thing, a reason we might have backed out if that didn't come back.
Right.
Right, obviously.
But escrow is something for every purchase. Every land purchase, every house purchase. You have to have an escrow. So we put $500 down. And what you do is you just give it to the lawyer, pretty much.
Yeah.
I also want to back up. I want to back up for just a second and talk about, getting a loan. Based on, just the land that we're getting, we were pretty much planning on getting farmland. We went through AgSouth. So AgSouth is an agricultural lender. So they did really well. They're pretty easy to go through. You just go to the website, fill an application, and they'll get back to you, email, and you pretty much you communicate with the lender agent through email. He'll even text you sometimes. That's the way it was for me. So that was pretty easy. The loan part was pretty easy. You will have to fill out a balance sheet. So you can go and look online, just type in balance sheet for loan, and it'll kind of describe. That's something I didn't know about. But a balance sheet is pretty much what you have, what you can sell, and what you're buying.
All of your monthly income.
All your fees.
Of your credit cards, student loans. If you have a previous mortgage, I'm assuming.
All your equipment. Your everything you own.
An idea of how much, everything you own in your house, how much that's worth. Your cars, if you have a car payment, a phone payment.
It's pretty simple to fill out. I mean, I filled it out in less than an hour. It was pretty easy. But that is going to help you get approved. So the more stuff that you put on there, that's going to help you get approved. And
Stuff
got
you own.
yeah, stuff you own, and we don't own a ton, but we also don't owe a ton. So it was pretty easy for us to get approved. Now to keep yourself approved though, you need to be careful. No spending. You should already know this. No spending. No shopping sprees. No big purchases. And that will kind of get you approved, and you'll be good to go. By closing time, you'll be good. To go along with your closing costs, you're going to have lawyer fees. You're going to have realtor fees. All of those fees are going to kind of come to about, a couple grand, a few grand.
I think you can expect closing fees to be anywhere from 2 to 6
over your deposit.
It's just like another fee added on that you owe at closing.
So yeah, just keep that in mind. But it's really not hard. I think people think it's a lot harder than it is. It is hard and it takes work, but it's not as hard as people think it is. It's
just a longer process. I mean, you don't move into a turnkey house.
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, it's going to take us an entire year to even get a home on this property and to live in. You just have to be ready for that sacrifice and that dedication. And to us, it's worth it because we enjoy doing it and getting it ready for a house. A big thing for us that happened right after we...
You want to talk about my truck?
Yeah. Right after we made an offer on our land was his truck, the transmission went out. We had just bought the truck right before we put an offer on the land, so our credit score had already dipped some. And we could not afford at the time to pay for the transmission or get a new car and hurt the credit anymore before closing. So something we had to do, unfortunately, was share a car for a whole month and a half before closing, just because you can't put huge purchases on your credit right before you close.
Right.
That's just something you learn.
It is.
But it ended up being fine for us. Our schedules ended up working out really well, and we didn't have that big of an issue sharing a car. But things just don't go the way you want them to all the time.
But that's okay. That's life.
Yeah.
You
figure it out.
You'll figure it out. And I really encourage people out there to kind of just go for it, because that's what we did. We have a lot of help from our parents and stuff, and I mean, I know a lot of people don't have that, but still, just go for it. Take the risk, and I think you'll be a lot happier. Because I mean, just being out here every day, just working on the land. Not every day, we work a lot too, but just being out here and working on the land it's so rewarding to us. Just to walk the trail, just to be here and walk the trail up and down.
Knowing we worked and we sacrificed for all this time to own these acres that is just ours.
Right.
It's very rewarding.
It is. It's very rewarding.
But if you're not patient and you don't like the outdoors, don't buy land that hasn't been touched.
And some people, it's not for you. We have friends that they bought houses in neighborhoods. We could never do that. We never do that. But they'll love it. They will love it. And if that's for you, you do that. But go for it. Go for it. Don't hesitate. Just go for it. Life is short, y'all.
But there's plenty of resources to help you, like YouTube and the internet, and hopefully
and your friends,
nice
your family.
realtor.
They know everything.
I mean, it's done. People do it. We did it.
Yeah.
We're young.
And that's what we're here for.
This is our first big purchase we've ever made, and we figured it out. So
we want to be here for you guys, so you guys know how to do this, and you can take the leap and do what we did, because you're just so much happier. Ain't that right, Eden? She's out. That dog is out. Eden, come here.
Finally getting somewhere to run around.
Yeah, baby.
She's so tired.
Yeah, she is. She's tired. We left the old man at home today. I think I said that earlier because he's having so much trouble getting around. But anyways, y'all, thank you for watching. If you do watch, I know a lot of people don't watch, but that's okay. We're kind of just figuring things out. I did just get a new audio system, a new microphone, and we're kind of trying to figure that out. I know my past videos are extremely painful to watch because of the audio. So we're figuring it out as we go, and we're we're gonna improve every video. Every video that we make, we're gonna improve it and make it better. So until next time, guys, thanks for tuning in to us, and we will see y'all later.